Welcome to the Home Inspector Marketing Podcast. Now, before we jump into another episode, I wanted to make sure you got this message. This February 2024, I am bringing back my legendary business building conference for home inspector business owners. This year, it's going to be called Mission 24, and I want you to be there. Now, we're going to be sharing some of the most incredible, amazing, even better, effective strategies and secrets that are working right now. Our business is having its best year ever, and so can yours. And the people that we work with are doing the same thing. So don't wait. Space is going to be limited. In fact, it's most likely going to sell out. Reserve your seat now at coachblueprint.com/24. Again, that's coachblueprint.com/24. And now, here's the podcast. Hi, this is Mike Crow, and I run a home inspection business. In fact, I've run a couple of home inspection businesses. The true joy for me, though, has been helping literally thousands of home inspectors build really solid home inspection businesses as well. We can help a single-man operation be able to do over $300,000 a year, maybe all the way up to $400,000 a year as a single inspector operation. Even better for me is the 80-plus companies that we have helped be able to build million-dollar home inspection businesses. I would like to help you be able to do the same thing. Hey guys, this is Mike Crow, and we are getting so excited around here. We're getting ready for Mission 24. So I know I'm dating this podcast. We're not really supposed to do that, but we are so excited about what's getting ready to happen and the people that we're getting ready to pull together, and so much information, so much fun. And if you haven't gotten registered for Mission 24 yet, you need to make sure you go out and do that. Go out to coachblueprint.com/24. I think that'll get it to you. We'll put it on the bottom of the screen. We'll put it in somewhere so that you can see that as well. But go get yourself registered. We have several sponsors that are making this incredibly affordable for you. So let me get on to today's topic. One of the things that came across to me over the last couple of weeks is I've been asked by a lot of people, I've been talking with a lot of people, and one of the things they go is, Mike, what makes you successful? What helps make people successful? And I heard actually one person say the formation of success. And I started writing down a few notes, and it came down to some really basic things. Now, one of the things, of course, is that I teach are systems. You got to build systems first, then you got to put people in place to run those systems, and then you need to put the resources behind the people and the systems to make sure that they run properly. So don't miss that part. It's absolutely foundational. With that said, I'm going to give you a slightly different perspective on it as I was chatting with somebody, and I took a few notes, so I'm going to look at some of my notes here as I'm going through this process as well. But the big part of this is that I want you to understand that success, and by the way, getting lucky, kind of go hand in hand, but success is a process. You don't wake up overnight and you're a success. I wish we did. It's kind of funny. We have this joke around here, he worked at it for 15 years and he was an overnight success. Sometimes I say, hey, I've been doing this for 38 years and I'm an overnight success. And you have that because it takes time, and then it seems like all of a sudden everybody recognizes what you're doing. So success is a process. It's a step-by-step process that you have to take and put into place. And when will you be finished with being successful? This is important. And I had a lot of people want to say, well, Mike, when will I be done? And honestly, you're never really done. We asked an artist one time, hey, when you've got this painting, this sculpture, this piece of art that, when will you be done? And he says, I'm done when I have to go do the next job. I'm done when they walk away with it, because up until that point, he's never really 100% finished. I love what Disney said about Disneyland when they built it. He said, well, when will you be done? He goes, Disneyland will never be done. He said, as the world changes, as things change around us, we will continually add new things. One of the things I love to do is take my family to like Walt Disney World about every 5 years, because I know so much has changed during that time period. So much technology has changed. So many adventures have been added and different stuff. And so, Tex Inspect, our prototype company that we have here that inspectors come and ride with us on. Could you imagine if I said, oh yeah, Tex Inspect's done. We're never going to change anything ever again in it? What silliness, right? I mean, every single day we're taking a look at our reports, we're taking a look at our vehicles, we're taking a look at our marketing. And then the pandemic hit, right? Man, we had to readjust so much during that part of the process. So TexInspect, our prototype company that inspectors from all over come ride with us, need to know it'll never be done. I actually heard somebody go, oh, well, what Mike teaches is old school. Are you kidding me? That's like saying gravity is going to go out of style. You have foundational pieces that you need to put into place. And everybody has to start with knowing those foundational pieces. And if you don't get those pieces right, the other stuff you build is going to be on very shaky ground. So we've got to get your brochure right. We've got to get your business card right. We've got to get your marketing right. We've got to get your presentations at real estate offices right. And then it all goes up from there. TexInspect will never be done. And I am so excited because Jonathan and Krista are working every day inside TexInspect to make it a better company. And every day we figure out something new, either to measure or fix or add in to help make sure that's done. And the truth is, I'll never be done until they bury me. Okay? I saw something very cute the other day. Billy Graham, his wife, at one point they were driving down the road and she pointed to a sign and said, "That's what I want on my tombstone." And it was like, what? Okay. And sure enough, he looked up at it and it says, "End of construction. Thank you for your patience." And honestly, that's what I'm telling people to some degree. I am under construction all the time, trying to be a better person, trying to be a better business person, trying to be a better father, husband, all of that. Better grandfather, okay? But I won't be done. I'll never be done until they take my life away from me, okay? Or until my life moves on to the next realm, whatever you want to say. So there's a process to success. There's a step-by-step process. And it's so important for people to understand that, okay? And it takes time. You can't just do it overnight. It takes time. And we all have baggage that we carry that we have to, either get rid of, jettison, or learn to deal with, okay? Some people will be in a wheelchair the rest of their life. They're going to have to learn to deal with that. And by the way, they can learn to deal with it in a positive fashion, or they can learn to deal with it in a negative fashion. I'm getting older, all right? As I get older, I'm having to go to the doctor for little things right now, but I'm sure at some point it'll be bigger things. But we all, as we get older, if we're lucky enough to get older, we have to deal with stuff. We all have baggage. We all have challenges that we have to deal with. And maybe it's from a divorce. Maybe it's from how we were raised as a kid. Maybe it's from the lack of friends we had. Maybe it's from the bad friends we had. Maybe it's from the good friends we have. We all have those baggages that we have to carry. And it's an important thing that we understand. Bottom line here is, okay, success is a process. Success is a process, all right? And when we've done it right, we get to enjoy that over and over again. I teach the whole process of beware the 95%. It's one of the other podcasts we did. I talk about it all the time. And one of the things I tell people is that the people in the 1% bracket get to live differently than the people in the 95% bracket. I'm very fortunate. I live in that 1% bracket. I'm not rich. I don't have millions of dollars in the bank. But the bottom line is that I have a life that is supported by my businesses and the people around me to help me be able to enjoy those things. And I get to enjoy that success over and over again. And I want to help you be able to go through the challenge zone from the 95% to the 1%. There's a 4% area in there, and that is a challenge zone. And part of what you have to do there is prove that you are willing to do what it takes to be in the 1%. And tomorrow, if I decided, hey, I want to go take 30 days and go somewhere, Africa, Europe, Australia, wherever it is, I could go do that. I could run my business from anywhere because of the foundation, because of the formation of success that I have put into place. And at some point, I want to make sure that you have that. And we're all on this journey. We're all on this journey of formation. The secret here really is I'm only 30 years ahead of you. And here's the better secret is, I can help you get there in 10 years instead of it having to take 30 years. And even better, there are beautiful steps of success along the way. It's like hitting oases to be able to enjoy along the way, okay? And just understand there is no quick fix to all of this. There is no quick fix. It takes time. There are steps that must be taken. And it is a pathway to that success that's important. So here's one of the things that I want to make sure that you understand. It requires a certain amount of willpower. It requires a certain amount of practices, habits that you have to put in place. And you know what? We're not naturally successful. You don't wake up one morning and go, man, that is a successful person. And wow, look at that person. He is just naturally successful. By the way, it's funny because people will tell you that. Oh, you're just a naturally gifted speaker. And no, I was scared to death when I started speaking, which, by the way, is one of the reasons I taught each one of my kids what it takes to be a public speaker. And the average person, especially the 95%, they're scared to death to get up in front of a group and speak. You know why? Because they haven't gone through the step by step to become a speaker. I get it. I don't blame them. Okay? If I hadn't understood how important it was to my success, I wouldn't have become a speaker either. But now it has led to me being able to coach people and being able to help other people succeed as well. And we have to work at this. We have to work at what those pieces are that are necessary for you to be successful. So the question really is, are you around other people where you can see what success looks like? Because if you're not, then you are around people who are not going to be great examples of success. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I'm not trying to say they're bad people. They're probably great people, probably warm, probably have great hearts, probably help people a lot. And by the way, so do successful people. And we get to do more of it because we have the resources to put behind those sort of things. And I can't even begin to tell you how many people me and my amazing wife, Susan, get to help because of the resources that we have and because of that. And a lot of it comes down to, being around success breeds success. Being around success. Willpower is part of that. In fact, willpower is a muscle. I got to go visit the doctor today, and he said, hey, at your age, don't you love it when the doctor starts with that, right? Hey, at your age, here's what happens. When you turn 70, we will know a really good answer to what the longevity you have in front of you. And it will come because, one, you're exercising, or two, you're not exercising. And that will determine how long you get to live. So me and my wife looked at each other, and as we went afterwards, we went and had lunch. She said, we need to exercise more. And you know what? She's absolutely correct. And we do some of that. We just need to do more of it. And it doesn't mean we have to go do deep, heavy workouts. It just means we have to be consistent with it. And it will come down to willpower. Now, here's the funny thing is, willpower is a muscle as well. Willpower determines how much you're willing to do to be successful. And it must be something that as you experience it, you'll want to do more of it. The average person does something, and if it requires effort, they decide they really don't want to do more of that. Let me say that again. The 95%, for the most part, they do something, and if it requires effort, they don't want to do more of it. They want to do less of it. And that is where the 4% challenge zone comes into place, and that's where the 1% knows the difference. I'm not afraid to go do some things because even though it takes effort, I understand that it is part of what I am doing to be successful, take my business to that next level as well. So willpower is a muscle. It must be exercised. Do something every day to help push yourself past that. And here's the cool thing is systems will help you exercise your willpower. So I'm in the 1%, but I slide back to the 95% every week for sure, almost every day in some cases. I play a game on my computer. I watch a little more TV than what I probably should. And what I'm not doing is exercising the willpower as much as I need to be. And when you develop systems. And so one of the things that helps keep me in the 1% is I have developed systems, and I have helped put people in place, and I have helped build resources to help make sure that it pulls me back into the 1%. It helps me, it makes me, it rewards me to exercise my willpower in the right direction. And then some of the other pieces of this is that you have to create what you might call committed practices, things that you're willing to do every single day to be successful, every single day. And in some cases, every single week, and in some cases, every single month, and in some cases, every single year. But it all starts with the small stuff that you do every single day. How often are you doing marketing for your business? Most inspectors, when they get past a certain point, they just turn the marketing off. You can't do that and grow a real business. You can grow a job from that, but you can't grow a real business. And it's one of the reasons we teach Business Bullseye, which is another one of the podcasts that I've done as well. You've got to make sure that you have committed practices or habits, okay, as we call them sometimes. It's one of the reasons in the 2-week success calendar, we teach you to have focus time, to build what I call our stackables, all right? So once you've built your business card and gotten it right, you won't have to build that again for years. Once you built your brochure and gotten it right, you won't have to do that again for years. Once you built the marketing route, you won't have to rebuild the marketing route again for years. You still have to run the marketing route every day or every week or every month, depending on how your business looks and everything, until, by the way, we hire somebody else to do that part. And those become the stackables. I want to say this very carefully, and I want to make sure you hear it loud and clear. Being successful is a team sport. See, nobody is successful by themselves. You know, I was listening to YMCA the other day, the song by a great famous band, and one of the things it says is no man is successful by himself. No man succeeds by himself. And that you hear that in song after song and TV show after TV show. And one of the reasons you hear that is because it's an eternal truth. It is absolutely a law of physics, basically. Successful people don't do it by themselves. Now, they may have the idea by themselves, they may push the idea by themselves, but it takes other people to help them really reach a level of success, a real level of success, a real 1% level of success. I couldn't do what I'm doing without all the amazing people that I am so blessed to be surrounded with. And I want to make sure that you understand that. And it started, though, by me surrounding myself with other successful people. And then I got to see what they did and how they did it. And then I went back and did it also, and did it basically the same as they did. It's one of the reasons that I tell people, be successful and be around those that are successful. It makes all the difference in the world. And successful, here's my last thought on this. Successful is messy. You know, I wish success would be simple, straightforward. Hey, you get up, you do it, and you go to bed, and everything's put away nice and clean. It just doesn't happen that way, okay? Success is messy. Success also leaves clues because it's messy. You see what had to happen to make it work. You see what that looks like and everything. So it's incredibly important to understand that you, as you build things, some things are going to go wrong. Some things are going to go sideways. Some things are going to get flipped upside down on you. But all of that, if you will continue to persist and exercise the willpower, will help you build success, because all of those are learning experiences, not mistakes, learning experiences, okay? So think about this for a second. Can you name the people around you right now that are absolutely dedicated to helping you succeed? Can you name those people? Can you name 5? Maybe you've got 1. If you've got 1, you've got more than 99% of people out there. I have a dozen of those people that want to do nothing more than help me be successful at what I'm doing for lots of reasons. One is because when I'm successful, other people reap benefits as well. But who's out there helping you be successful? Do you sit around a table and get to challenge thoughts and ideas and hear people challenge your thoughts and ideas so that you can become more successful? And if you can't name who those top 5 people are, then you absolutely need to come to our annual show and absolutely need to probably sit in on our mastermind. And once you do, you'll realize that's where you need to be to truly get to where that success is. Helping people help themselves is the way I have built that. Because as I have helped other people become successful, they dedicate a piece of their time and energy to helping me be successful, so I can go help more people be successful. Some people call it paying forward. Some people call it paying afterwards. I don't care. The bottom line is that I'm blessed to have that. So here's the question. Over the next 5 years, who will you add to your circle so that you can become successful? Now I'm going to get it down to in the next 3 months. Who will you add to your circle that is dedicated to helping make sure that you're successful? I hope that you'll join us at Mission 24 this year, because that's exactly what we're going to be working on. Helping you be around those people, helping you find those people that are successful so that you can learn from them and help move forward in your world as well. Well, I'm just going to finish this up with my favorite saying, which is be successful and be around those that are successful. You know, because the more money we make, the more people we can help. This is Mike Crow with Coach Blueprint. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and if you want to increase your number of inspections and make you more per inspection, get more done in less time by utilizing systems, people, and resources, as I've talked about so many times, then improve the overall efficiency and effectiveness in every area of your business, now is the time to go to coachblueprint.com/24. Again, that's coachblueprint.com/24. We are going to have Mission 24, where we're going to be sharing with you some of the most incredible, amazing secrets that are helping my company have its best year ever. And we are running well into almost the $3 million range. So go reserve your seat now, because this event will sell out, because I priced it for everybody. Make sure you go to coachblueprint.com/24 and get your seat reserved now. Talk to you again soon. Be successful and be around those that are successful.